Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gaelic Glory for your GAA Championship weekend recap. Another weekend of Championship football is done in the Provincial Championship football. I should be saying. We had five. I think it's four. Let me have a look. Yeah, four Leinster quarterfinals. Dublin, Meath, Louth, Wexford, Kildare, Wicklow, Laois, Offaly. So they will be the four quarterfinals we will be going through, recapping all that sort of stuff. And then we have two Ulster quarterfinals to discuss. One between Downer, Antrim and Fermanagh and Armagh. But before we get stuck into the video, please do like the video and subscribe. Be much appreciated. And follow our socials, links in the description. Be much appreciated. It really helps the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel as much as I can. And yeah, look, I want to get stuck into the video. I mean, look, there's only one way to start off, really. And look, in fairness, besides maybe one or two, maybe three games, you could say, we'll go through. There's a few decent games in Leinster and, yeah, one in Ulster, you could say. But look, we'll go through. We'll see all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, we'll start off with the first game, which was the last game of the weekend, which was in Croke Park, Dublin 3-19, Meath 12 points. I'm looking a pretty easy day at the office for Dublin at Croke Park. I think that 16-point win to Dublin. I mean, look, listen, there was a lot of I'll take my Dublin hat off here. I have a Dublin shirt on, but I'm not taking that off. A lot of, I wouldn't say noise, but a lot of, talk, we'll say, about, this game shouldn't have, be, people asking why is it being played in Croke Park? Should have been played in Park Tolchin or, Portlaoise or, in Newbridge maybe, or, anywhere else around the country. Why Croke Park? And look, I was at the game today. Well, this is recorded on a Sunday, so I was at the game yesterday. And yeah, look, listen, the atmosphere was poor. 21,000 capacity, and that was also including the Camogie finals that happened before as well. So I'm sure many of those people who are at the Camogie finals before the Dublin and Meath game were gone and all before that. I'm sure, if not all of them, some of them were gone. And that, it is poor. It was poor. I mean, as soon as I walked into the stadium and sat down, I thought, the atmosphere was shocking. The only part of the stadium that was full was just the hill, because obviously, the Nally wasn't open or anything. It was just the hill 16, which is always kind of full. And yeah, I was really poor. I was really poor. Which is a shame because it's a championship. There's a lot of buzz, a lot of excitement around the championship. And today in Croke Park, there was none. Dublin were the favourites coming into this game, but I would have loved this match to be in Park Tolchin or Portlaoise, whatever. Because I reckon we would have got a better turnout and a better atmosphere and maybe a better game. But look, Dublin are used to Croke Park. They're not the Ireland champions for nothing. They're used to Croke Park. I don't look Meath. Any team like Meath, I'm sure, even though they lost, they have the experience of playing in Croke Park against Dublin. But I just feel like and it's not just the Leinster, we're seeing poor attendance in Croke Park. It's some of the league games too, and I can name a few. Monaghan, Roscommon, Kerry wasn't too bad when we played them in Croke Park. Tyrone was bad. Even the league finals were bad. The Division 1 and 2 finals, the turnout, the attendance for that game was poor. Croke Park is 82,500 whatever capacity, and it has, I didn't even have half of that in Croke Park today. And it is worrying because people are just going to get fed up watching the Leinster. You know what I mean? Because a lot of, because Dublin are just, you're getting a lot of Dublin are just, miles ahead of, miles above of the rest um, of the teams in Leinster. And look, in fairness to some oppositions, especially, they're kind of saying, look, it's not Dublin's fault that they're playing in Croke Park. If Dublin got told today to play in Park Telchin, they would have played in Park Telchin. If Dublin told they got played in Portlaoise, they would have played in Portlaoise. Nolan Park, you name the venue. But I do hope that the GAA do sort it out, because I think Park Telchin is 11,000. I actually remember Dublin playing there last year in Division 2, and it was actually a good atmosphere. It was a closer game, and I do hope that it's something the GAA do. I love when Dublin playing Croke Park, but this sort of game, you just knew that the turnout wasn't going to be great at all. 21,000. I mean, that's just not great. The attendance, it's not just this game either. Some of the games this year in Croke Park, besides the Dublin Kerry game, besides Dublin Kerry, and that was a lot more full than it was. If you got that sort of today, but you're not going to, because your Meath fans and your Dublin fans, like Dublin fans, we went to that game thinking, well, we're going to win. What's the point? I'll save money for the semi-finals, finals, or when it gets into the All-Ireland stages. But, or Meath fans are just like, what's the point? I'm not going up to Croke Park to watch my team, do well. But, I mean, I will give it to Meath today. I thought they really done well in the first half. I actually thought they really done well in the first half. I give credit to Meath, they went up. They didn't, they didn't back down. They didn't back down. I just think Dublin's experience and the quality just, got them over the line in the end, which always does. Dublin, our top team. Paul Mannion done well today, getting 1-6. Con getting 1-2, and Con wasn't even great today. Dublin themselves aren't really great today, to be brutally honest with you. Dublin themselves weren't great. You look at Meath, they have a few young players, and it's a young team that I'm sure Colm O'Rourke and Meath faithful will hope it'll get better over time. And look, I'm sure. I'd love the Dublin and Meath rivalry to be back up there again. Again, look, I can't. I'll be pretty honest with you. I'm only young, so I wouldn't really, been around. I haven't really experienced a big Dublin Meath rivalry, close, tight game yet. I'll be brutally honest with you. And look, hopefully I do. Hopefully I do. But at this moment in time, will anything change? Will the GA look at it and think, right, something has to change here? What do you do? What do you do? It's like Munster as well. You have Kerry, who, I know Kerry always win that. Cork are nothing near Kerry at all. So yeah, I don't know what to make of that one. But I thought, made your own frame. James Collin, Matthew Costello, Ronan Jones. I'll just go through a few of the points here as well. Own frame got 3 points. So Jordan Morris. They're the top goal scorers, today. So you do look at it, and I thought Meath done well. I thought the defence done well to cope with Dublin in the first half. I mean, I think we were 6 points up at half time, something like that. But they were still in it. Like, they were still in it. A 70-minute match, 35-minute half is a very long time. When you're winning, losing, draw, or whatever it is. But I just do think that, look, again, I agree when people say, they maybe should have provincial finals in Croke Park, or, have the All-Ireland games, semi-finals and quarterfinals, maybe semi-finals and finals in Croke Park, alongside Tolchin, semi-finals and finals. But yeah, look, I do think, it is going to be interesting to see. I think the last time, I can't even remember the last time there was a good turnout at Croke Park in a Leinster game. Teams like counties like Meath and Louth and Kildare and, Offaly, teams like them they're a proud county, they're a proud footballing county. They love their county. They want to go up and support them. But Meath as well, it wasn't a great. There wasn't many Dublin fans nor Meath fans, but the Meath fans that travelled, fair play, because they're there, they're diehard. They want to see their team win, play against Dublin. They think people you don't know what to expect in GA. It's a mad sport. You can be the best county in Ireland, but you can lose on your day depending on who you're facing. And look at Dublin. Stephen Cluxon returns, James McCarthy, Mick Fitzsimons, Stephen Cluxon today. Look, I love Clucko, obviously, but it wasn't his greatest game today. It just wasn't his greatest game today at all. The kickouts weren't great. Does Cluck, again, Clucko's, hopefully, it's just, I will put it down to a bit of rustiness, just wiping the cobwebs off the boots. I thought Mick Fitzsimons didn't do too bad. James McCarthy was okay when he came on. Sure, them three will start in mostly every game now until, the championship is done for Dublin. And yeah, look, Dublin's main player today for me, who was brilliant from the off, like I said earlier on, was Paul Mannion. He got the man of the match too, and deservedly so. I thought Con, wasn't a great game from him, but he still scored a goal and 2 points. Costello actually returned as well. Dublin had no Fenton, so it was the midfield was a bit. 1 minute it was Lehif Fenton, then it seemed to be Lehif Howard. So Lehif Bugler even, I don't know how that got in there. That's pretty much what it was. And, we brought on O'Cuffy Bourne purely for just, see what you can do with the heights and kickouts and all that sorts of stuff. But there's still a lot of improvements from him. Still a lot of improvements to be made, should I say. But look, hopefully, Dublin now can improve, because we weren't great today either. I think we were sort of in second, third gear maybe, but we weren't great. And, we beat them by, 16 points, and we just still were not great. Still improvements to be made. I'm sure there will be, but I do have to give Meath credit, because I look at their team today. They look like they know what they're aiming towards. They look like there's a proper positive mindset around Meath football, with Colm O'Rourke. And look, people like O'Rourke and all that, Meath, they'll know that it'll take time to stop the Dubs in Leinster and to compete with Dublin. But, Meath just got to have to keep doing what they're doing out there. A young group of lads. They have an experienced manager in Colm O'Rourke who knows what it's like to play in Leinster. He knows what it's like. So he'll try and get them back up there. But, I just felt like and Meath sort of didn't go to. They went a bit defensively and attacking football as well, which is normal, but they didn't look scared. I'm sure they knew, who they were coming up against, and what could happen if this doesn't go to plan or whatever it to be. But yeah, look, some may come out of that game a bit distraught. Some may come out of that game with their head held high, thinking, yeah, we lost by a big margin, but we it made look at the first half. I thought it was good for them. Dublin very flat, poor. But look, Dublin just had to improve in the second half, and they did. And there was just too much for Meath in the end. And Dublin do progress to the Leinster semi-finals. But look, let us know your thoughts on the game as well, because look, I'm a Dublin fan, and I tried to not be biased, and I don't think I was biased since I've ever started this kind of YouTube channel. Obviously, you can't forget Kilkenny actually got 3 points today as well, and Bugler got the goal. But look, Dublin 3.98, Meath 12 points. I do think there's the GA have a lot of work to do. Not with Dublin in particular. I don't think they should, because Dublin Leinster team, nothing they can do at their Leinster team. But just venues wise, and I do think the price of tickets as well should go down in provincial championship games. Honestly, you're coming in at €25 today for an adult ticket, and some people aren't going to bother paying €25 for a game where they know. Yeah, if a ticket is say €5, €10, €15, you will also get people saying it's only a €5 or €10. Let's go. It's not like that anymore. It's 25, €30, and that'll only go up now because you're getting deeper. The deeper you get into the provincial championships and All Ireland series, the higher the ticket prices get. And that's shocking. That the ticket prices should. Look, I understand All Ireland semi-finals and finals and maybe quarter-finals to an extent, but not, the province. Like, you know what I mean? The fans make GAA the great sport it is, and the GAA need to sort out venues and decisions, because the decisions they're making so far need to be better. But look, that's Dublin to me. Let us know your thoughts on the game. Next up, we're going to discuss the other game, and it is Louth, who have breezed past Wexford 4-10 to 15. Sam Mulroy on fire again, getting 2 goals and 4 points. Kieran Downey getting 2 goals. Conor Grimes, his stat is only getting the point. Sean Nolan for Wexford getting 4 points. So, and then Mark Rossiter and Graham Cullen getting 2 points also. Look, Louth progressed to another Leinster semi-finals. They'll be looking to get into a final, no doubt about it. And look, Louth today, I expected them to beat Wexford. I did. Did I expect them to hammer them like that? Maybe not. Maybe not. That's a 7-point win. Yeah, it's a 7-point win, yeah. 13, 16, 19, 22. That's 4. Yeah, 7-point win. And look, I say 7-point win. It looks like it. Well, I wouldn't say demolished. I wouldn't even say hammered now when I look at it. But 7-point win for Louth. Pretty easy win. Jay Brennan, since he's took over from Mickey Hart, he's also done a good job there. I think Louth maybe expected to not decline, but not to be as impressive as they were since Mickey Hart came in. I don't think they were expecting that when you left. I thought they maybe expect not a decline or whatever like that. But look, you have to give it to Gerard Brennan. I wouldn't say he had a lot of management experience. Mickey Hart, definitely has turned, has made Louth a lot confident again. He's made them got believing again. Louth would love nothing more than to be in an All-Ireland series. They would love nothing more than that. And look, if they just keep doing what they're doing, they will. They just have to do what they're doing, they will. I do rate Sam Mulroy and Conor Grimes for Louth. I do think they're 2 good players. I really do like them too. I remember watching them last year in the Leinster final against Dublin. And Conor Grimes had a very good game that day, and Sam Mulroy. And look, fair play to Louth, you know what I mean? You have to give that, the rise they've had, you know what I mean? From not even making a far in Leinster to now, making it further and further and further as the year goes on. And look, if Louth can't win the Leinster or get to an All-Ireland series, I'm sure they'll be looking towards the Tailteann Cup. And look, Louth were in All-Ireland series last year too. They put up, I know they had Mayo and they put up to Mayo, but just came up short in the end. I think it was a 2-point win for Mayo, maybe it was. So Louth have the players to hurt you. And we've seen today, they put 4 goals and 10 points against a Wexford side who I thought would have put it up to them, because, they breezed past, who were they playing last week? Not Longford. Whoever they played last week anyways, Louth pretty much, sorry, not Louth. Wexford made short work of it. And when I look back, that was Carlo. So, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. I know Carlo weren't, Louth are better than them, but you do have to give it to Louth, you know what I mean? Into another Leinster semi-final. And look, let's see how they can do. And we'll jump into the next game. And that next game, well, these are our next opponents. Kildare. It will be Kildare facing Louth. Kildare beat Wicklow by a point, 16 to 112. And let us know your thoughts on the Louth Wexford game. I didn't get to watch it yet, but I will watch the Sunday game later on tonight. And it'll be interesting to see how Louth done in that game. And this game especially, I'll be interested in looking at. Kildare progressing. Look, Glenn Ryan needed his team to win. You know, they haven't won a game yet this year. This is their first win of the year, by the way. And it was a point win. And look, all thanks to Jack Sargent getting the points in the dying moments of the game. Literally, I think it was a fisted point in Portlaoise up against Ushie McConville's Wicklow. Look, Ushie McConville be gutted, you know what I mean? He beat Westmeath last week, you know, who are one of the favourites to make it to the Leinster final. And he'd be gutted to lose out by a point this year. Look, Wicklow should be another team who should be proud of what they've done this year, you know what I mean? Again, they didn't make it as far. Look, I'm sure Shima Conville and the side would love them to make it to Croke Park up against Louth. But look, you do have to give it to, you know, the Leinster can be an entertaining champion. Some games anyways can be pretty tight. And this game was one of them. You know, just a point got Kildare over the line. And look, Kildare will have to, you know, look, I'm sure Kildare fans will be still saying, look, listen, we're happy we got the win. Lovely we got the win. But I still think for Kildare, there's still maybe improvements to be made. But look, it'll give them a boost. And that's all they needed is a bit of a boost, bit of confidence. That's what they'll need. You know, Kevin Feely got 7 points, got the 7 for Kildare. Niall Kelly getting 3, Derek Kerwin getting 2, Paddy Woodgate with 2, Aaron Masterson with 1, and Jack Sargent with 1. Then Oisin McGrath getting 1-1 for Wicklow. But look, you know, the main thing for Kildare is, that they got the win. You know, Wicklow, you know, go licking their wounds, but they'll come back and they want to come back bigger, better, and stronger. That's what they'll want to do. And a very, very interesting game all the same. But look, fair play to Kildare. They got the win that they needed. And look, I'm sure Kildare will definitely try and improve even more in the Leinster Championship. There's no doubt about it. Because look, Kildare want to, you know, kind of put out a bit of not a statement, but a bit of, you know, put the hand up and say, look, listen, don't count this out yet. You know what I mean? All more like the Leinster, you know, look, if Kildare can, you know, make it to the Tolchin or an All-Ireland series, they'll want to do what they can best. But, you know, I don't think an All-Ireland place is favourable for them unless I think they make it to a Leinster final or a win. It's either to make it to a Leinster final or make it, as long as they make it to Leinster final. I'm not too sure about it yet. I'll have to have a look at that. But Kildare do progress to the Leinster semi-finals up against Louth in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be that's going to be an interesting game. It's a hard that. Look, I'm not going to say what I predict yet because we'll only around the preview when that comes around. But the last game of the Leinster Championship was the first game of the Leinster Championship quarter-finals. And Laois 1-8, Offaly 2-13. Offaly progress to the Leinster semi-finals for the second year in a row. And they will be up against the current Leinster and All-Ireland champions, Dublin. Look, Offaly get the win. It was a 8-point win for them up against Laois. And fair play to Offaly, you know what I mean? And look, I'm going to put my hands up. I predicted Laois to win. I thought Laois would have won. I thought it would have been Dublin Laois, but it's Dublin Offaly. And fair play to Offaly. This is the thing about the championship. In some games, there's a lot of entertaining games, a lot of crazy shocks. And this is what we're getting. Last week we did. This week we did. Hopefully we can get more. But Keith O'Neill getting 1-3 for Offaly. Dylan Hoyland getting 5 points. Jack Bryant getting 3. Jordan Hayes getting a goal. Rory McNamee getting a point, and Lee Pearson. Then for Laois, Evan O'Carroll with 3, Sean Fitzpatrick with 1, Killian Roche with 2, Mark Barry with 2, and Owen Buggy with 1. And look, fair play to Louth, Offaly, for making it to another Leinster semi-final. Look, they'll be buzzing, you know what I mean? They're coming up to Croke Park, they face Dublin. They'll want to win. They'll definitely want to get a win there against Dublin. Will they? Probably not. But again, it's you do hope to see Offaly and even a Wicklow in a Tailteann Cup. But it'll be interesting to see how that plans out. Offaly probably didn't expect it making it far again this year. But if they put Laois, I'm sure I'd go. Laois were the favourites coming into this game, no doubt about it. But they just came up and look, it wasn't just a 2-3 point win for Offaly. It was an 8-point win. You know what I mean? 1-8 to 2-13. That's 11-9. 11-19, sorry. 8-point win. That's a brilliant win for Offaly. That'll give them a big boost into the county, the players, the fans, confidence, everything. And fair play to them. But they do progress to a Leinster semi-finals up against Dublin. The 2 Leinster semi-finals will be Dublin against Offaly and Kildare against Louth. All at Croke Park. Really, really looking forward to it in 2 weeks' time. And look, the championship gets better now from here on in. It really gets better and more entertaining from here on in. I'm looking forward to previewing the games. We may have watch alongs. We'll see what happens. Now we're moving into Ulster, and it is down 13 points. Antrim 9 points down. Progress to the Ulster semi-finals. Again, it was a 4-point win up against Antrim. They'll be looking up. They'll be looking towards the games next weekend now. But look, I tell you what. I thought Down would have beat them by more, but a 4-point win, fair play. Again, I did not watch the game, but I have a few stats. Credit to Gaelic Statsman too. I should be giving him a credit, shouldn't I? Oisin Savage with the 3 points, Daniel Guinness with 2, Ryan McAvoy with 1, Pat Haverin with 1, Liam Kerr with 1, Michael Rooney with 1, Ryan Johnston with 1, Odin Murdoch with 1, Shane Annett with 1, and Keelan Doherty with 1. For Antrim, Ryan McQuillan with 3, Michael Bourne with 1, Conor Hand with 1, Paddy McBride with 1, Mark Jordan with 1, Owen McCabe with 1, and Rory McCann with 1. Look, Antrim, I'm sure they went up, gave as much of a fight as they could. They came up short, playing a downside to a down team who would love to make it to a provincial final and further if possible. They made it to a Tailteann Cup final last year and lost against Meath. And look, Down are definitely not. They're not the favourites to win it. I think the top 3 favourites to win Ulster is, well, in my opinion, anyways, would be Derry. Again, you can have to say whatever role you want, but I'd have Derry, Armagh, and Donegal. That would be my. No, I'd have Derry, Donegal, and Armagh. Actually, I take that back. Derry, Donegal, and Armagh. But again, you can have that whatever way you want. But Derry is the main favourite for me to win the Ulster. But Down, any sort of win in Ulster and any sort of win in Gaelic football, in these sort of bones where if you're just counted out totally, if you can get a win, it'll give you a boost, it'll give you confidence, and you'll just try to get better and better. And that's what Down will do. They'll go, Antrim will have to go lick their wounds, see if they can come back, see what can happen now for the rest of the summer for them. But look, Down, too hot to handle. Not too tough. I wouldn't say too hot to handle now. I take that back, but it'd be interesting to see who Down will face now in the Ulster semi-finals. Look, they have a spot in the Ulster semi-finals, and it'll be interesting to see what happens. But Down do progress to an Ulster semi-finals. The last game, the preview of the show, Fermanagh 9. It is between Fermanagh and Armagh, I should say. Fermanagh 9 points, Armagh 3-11. Armagh do progress after beating Fermanagh by 11 points. Look, Fermanagh Armagh, I should be saying, too hot to handle. Armagh progressed to an Ulster semi-finals. I think Armagh faced down. I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. But look, Stephen Campbell gets 1-2. Conor Turbot with 1-1. Jelly Burns with a goal on a point. Kieran Mackin with 2. Andrew Moore with 2. Rory Grugan with 1. Rian O'Neill with 1. Barry McCambridge with 1. Oisin O'Neill with 1. Then for Fermanagh, Fiona O'Brien getting 4 points. Conor Love with 2 points. Sean Cassidy with 1 point. Ultin Kell with 1 point. And Garvin Jones with 1 point. Just to remind you, Conor Love and Sean Cassidy. Yeah, but I'm not going to go through that part. But look, Fermanagh just not able to put it up to Armagh in Ulster. They are knocked out. And look, again, I could be totally wrong when I say Armagh face down, but you have to admit Armagh. I do back Armagh to make it to an Ulster final this year. I said it in my GA Championship predictions. And look, I have obviously my reasons, and I am going to go through who the teams will be facing at the end of the show. But yeah, I'm looking forward now to seeing who Armagh face. I actually did have a look at it here. So Armagh will face Down. It'll be Down facing Armagh. Another interesting game, which will be the 27th of April. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's far away when you think of, but fair play to Armagh. They do progress against Down in the Ulster semi-finals. And look, like I said, you know what I mean? If you look at how the Ulster is planned out, it's Down, Armagh, and then whoever wins between the Derry, the winner of Derry Donegal play the winner of Tyrone Cavan. So that's why I have Armagh, Derry. But look, that has been the championship recap. Armagh, they'll be more than likely in an Ulster, in an All-Ireland series. They'd love to make it to an All-Ireland semi-final, final, obviously. But look, I just think there's better teams in the country that will make it further than Armagh. But you never know. You think it's about Armagh. You just never know. They made it to an All-Ireland quarter-final 1 year, knocked out. Semi-final 1 year, knocked out. So Armagh they're just struggling to get over the final hurdle. They're just struggling there's a hurdle there. They get over that, and then there's a final hurdle, which is too big for them. They give it a go, but it just doesn't work out for them. But look, Armagh do progress against Down, and look, it's going to be interesting to see. But look, we have Munster next weekend. Munster and Ulster. There'll be a break, and Connacht. So there'll be no Leinster football next weekend. The next Leinster football action will be the 28th of April. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these games plan out. I'm really looking forward to next weekend and onwards. But this has been the Championship Weekend Recap. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do like the video, comment and subscribe. And I'll speak to you all on the next one.